okay, I'm just getting warmed up. By the time I'm completely warmed up, I'll have to get out in the cold, start working. Once I start moving around, though, it's no problem. But yeah, no, except for the fact that I tried to put my truck key into the ignition, it fit in the ignition. It wasn't turning the car on. I was like, what's going on? And then I realized I had the wrong keys. Like, oh, I got like a big jar full of keys there, and it's like, I usually grab the right one, but this morning I didn't. So yeah, that's a sign of how today's going to be. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a long day, but you never know. If I can get a full day, or the full work day, here's only 3 hours, but if I get that full 3 hours, great. But if it's only an hour and a half, whatever. Yeah. So we'll see what December does for me. If I can make money in December, that'd be great, because another $10 and I'll have April's expenses completely covered. So that means I just got to come up with May and June. And if I come up with May and June, then I'm laughing, right? So like last year, I think I made it up to April, and I struggled through May and June. I got work by that time, but it was so sparse. It was just like I barely had any money. This year, I don't, if it's, a long winter, it seems like our winters arrive a little bit later, but they stay for freaking ever, So if you got winter almost till May, you can't get started on anything. So I've been trying to talk some of my clients into, doing other things early in the spring before the grass cutting, before the first grass cutting, So if I'm like, well, if I could do the leaf thing, I can get started on it earlier, and it helps me out, right? So, and, the place looks good for them, Yeah. So I think my scrap metaling is done for the season for sure. Unless I get a really easy pick that my buddy and I can do. Yeah. So I did pretty good on the scrap metal this year. I don't know how many runs I did. I did quite a few until my truck broke, you know what I mean? So, I was dropping off metal at least a couple of times a week. Maybe not a lot, but I don't hang on to stuff if I can help it, right? So there's some metal right here, but I want to make sure the lady's home when I grab it, just because even though it was one of my clients told me about it, because we know who this person is. So she's got the car going already, so she might be gone for the day, because I was going to stop in and see her last time, but her car wasn't there. So yeah, so these roads are a little bit slick. I'm gonna park at the top this year, or today, because with that little skiff on there, I might spin up the, I don't want to burn out my tires any worse than they are, I'll make the hill, but today, I might not be able to get the hill as good. So, when it gets really bad, I park out here, but I can park in here until then. But here it's just it's flat enough I can get going. So it's just that hill down there. If you don't have all-wheel drive, it can get a little, and if you don't have really, really good winter tires, which I don't. I got okay winter tires, but yeah, you can't get a run on it down there, eh? So the truck will do it no problem, but the problem with the truck is the truck spins the crap out of everything, right? So it's like it digs up the hill too much. I'm gonna do a fancy. I brought my chainsaw today, so I'm not gonna run out. I have to run back. I should probably get that tree. Park in here just enough so I can still get out. It is kind of soft here too. But... all right. One last thing on the heat. How much time do I got here? Oh yeah, it's time to go. I don't want to go in the cold. I don't like cold. Cold's mean to me. Anyway, time to put on your game face, Pilgrim. All right. So I got all that. So we'll see if I catch a beaver today. I can imagine I'll be walking in. Hopefully no more trees are down across the road. But I'll know that right away. Maybe I should do that right away. And then, because the last time that big tree was across the road, I don't think there's any other trees that were about to fall, but it might be a good idea to keep an eyeball on that one, because if there is, still people that are back past there, and if it falls from her property, then she has to get rid of it, right? So, yeah. But anyway, we'll see what today entails. There we go. So let's see if I catch a beaver.